Man, what's up? What's happening? You already know who it is and what it is. It's your boy Q Walker, aka Nephew Q, and it's Monday, which means it's Beyond the Game Monday, everybody's favorite sports day. And if it's your first time tuning in, I'm gonna let the fellas introduce themselves. Ralph, go ahead, kick that thing off. Let the people know who y'all one time.
What's up, world? Let's get to it.
Hey, let's get to it. He says, and then we got, aka the Hood Love Me Baby Hot Dog. Go and introduce yourself one time, real quick.
He done said it. I'm Hot Dog, the Hood Love Me, and represent the NFC East champs, the Dallas Cowboys.
Oh my goodness.
How easy was that?
Here we go. But anyways, we got our version of the Rambassador up in the building. We got my boy Brew up in the building. Go introduce yourself one time.
Man, you already know what it is. Since y'all shouting out teams, you know I'm the Ram ambassador, man. LA Ram.
I love Cooper Cup. He is a fantasy football god. Love that man.
Yeah.
And we already got people. We got Adam Ken, looks like the panel that knows something other than hot dog.
That man a Bengals fan. He come out of hiding for the first time in 6 years. I'm
Oh,
gonna let him live. I'm gonna let him live.
You gonna let him live today?
I'm gonna let him live.
I wouldn't let him live because we'll get to that in a little bit. But anyways, let's get it cracking with the first topic of today and this Laker land experiment gone wrong. The Lakers, man, they sub 500 right now. They just got beat on Christmas Day by the Brooklyn Nets minus KD and a bunch of COVID players with James Harden. So, fellas, I'm gonna throw it around the horn to you guys real quick. Will the Lakers turn their season around? Because you know the stigma is the season doesn't start till after Christmas, quote unquote. So, Ralph, will the Lakers turn their season around?
Uh, Gosh, man, tough question. I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say they still have LeBron James. They still have AD. Uh, Westbrook, whatever you want to call him, as wild as he is, they still have him. I think that some way, somehow, they'll find a way to make a move. I don't know what that move is or what it's going to be, but they will find a way to make a move. I just don't see LeBron James not making it to the playoffs with the team that he has. I mean, I just don't. I just don't see it. So I just feel like some way, somehow, they will find a way. Maybe a seventh seed, maybe an eighth seed, maybe lower down in the ranks. But I still think that they'll find a way to turn it around and at least have a playoff season.
Okay, before I get to some of these comments, because I won't get to you, Drew. I see your comments popping up. I'm gonna get to you in a second. Where do you think they'll finish the season, seed wise?
That's why I said seventh or eighth right now is how I see it.
God damn, Ralph. But
Barely
anyway,
squeaking in.
Andrew says now the season don't start till after Christmas. Yeah, because nobody pays attention to the NBA while the NFL is going on. It's pretty well. Majority of people don't pay attention.
So
to the
NBA teams don't play right now because the NFL's going on. Is that what you're saying, Q?
No, the people don't pay attention to it like they do until after the NFL season.
We're paying attention.
Oh, it's because it's what we do. It's what we do.
All these people comment are paying attention.
It ain't nobody but
Don't
Andrew.
hide from it, Q. Your
It
Lakers
ain't
are
nobody but
trash.
Andrew. But anyways,
Don't hide from it.
We're going to get into it in Hot Dog where they turn their season around.
Turn the season around my butt. As long as Westbrook, the point guard, ain't doing nothing. Is it my turn to talk?
Go ahead. It's your
You
turn to talk.
talking,
I'm
bro.
sick and tired of hearing about the Lakers. I feel bad for LeBron. I'm not always been the biggest LeBron fan. That man tried to kill himself Christmas night, trying to keep this sorry team that is constructed probably by GM LeBron. You know what? The point guard they should have went and got is on the Nets and Patty Mills. That guy's nice. I like Patty Mills. So here's what I'm saying to y'all. This Lakers team not turning around. They might get the playoffs with, like Ralph says, 7 or 8 seed. They ain't winning nothing. I love this. I'm enjoying this. I've always hated the Lakers. I came out the womb hating the Lakers. I love this.
Brew, man, talk to me, man, about all LA Lakers, man. Will they turn the season around?
First things first, y'all know I'm a LA Nets fan. But
What is that? I never understood that. What is that?
This guy.
He go coast to coast with it.
I'm coast to coast with it, New York to LA, baby. But nah, man, I think they got about a month. If they keep hovering around this little 500, they're not gonna make it. They got about a month. I give them to the end of January. If they still like 25 and 25, something like that, nah. But I'm with Ralph. I don't have as much faith in LeBron. It's probably because I'm not a LeBron fan.
I'm
But
not either. I'm sorry.
they could probably get the 8th spot. I mean, the 8th spot, you usually only have to be 500. But, I mean, I think they'll be battling with teams like Portland, Memphis, those type of teams.
So Durant didn't play the other night. That's correct, right?
Correct.
And Kyrie didn't play, right? He's not back yet. That's correct.
Yeah, guy.
Correct.
You mean to tell me the Lakers couldn't beat this team
No,
going up against Patty Mills and James Harden?
And now when Harden's putting up 40 and Patty Mills is putting up 35.
Boy, man,
not when you got Westbrook shooting 4 for 20.
Absolutely.
Boy, that's the Lakers' fault for letting this happen.
Ain't no Lakers. I didn't sign off on this. I didn't want this.
I didn't say you did, Q. But you a
know
Lakers
what I
fan.
said
You want to
when
tell
they
everybody
go
you a Lakers fan. You got to eat it.
I gotta eat it, but I don't mean I want what's served.
Nobody. Yeah. Oh no. You got to eat this. You got to eat this dog meat that the Lakers serve to
I
y'all
asked for
fans.
steak, and they brought me hot dogs. I didn't ask.
Hey,
for
whoa. Hot dogs are a prime delicacy, sir. They brought you spam. They didn't even cook the spam. They brought you spam raw.
Will they turn their season around? It depends on what you call turning the season around. The only thing they have going for them is the fact that 5 through 10 is all one game apart. So if the Lakers go on a 5-game winning streak, they can jump right up to the 5th seed, no problem. So I will give them a chance to turn the season around, but only because you have the Clippers at the 5 seed, they're 17-16. The Nuggets are at the 6 seed, is 16-16. The Lakers at the 7 seed is 16-18. Mavericks 15-17. Timberwolves 15-17. So they're all right there, a game or two apart from each other. So that's the only bright spot about that, man, is that everybody else in the Western Conference 5 and below is mediocre as well. So
man, I just remember all Lakers fans were excited they went and got Malik Monk, which I've always liked Malik Monk going back to his days at UK. Apparently, there was a tweet came out that he wants out of there.
Oh no, I soon learned that it was about COVID. He was trying to get free from COVID.
Oh, okay, understand.
Yeah, the COVID protocol. So it wasn't to get out of the Lakers thing. It was because of
he
COVID.
probably sees the dumpster fire. He's trying to get.
Man, he probably just said that. He probably just said that. Honestly, like, nah, man, that was COVID. I ain't talking about but really, he talking about getting out of the Lakers.
One quick comment about Malik Monk, because I remember when he was at UK, everybody thought he was the best thing since sliced bread, and I remember telling them, at best, his career will be J.R. Smith.
He's too little.
Reached that level in 4 years. Just give me my credit, man.
You right.
Man,
you called it. I like Malik Monk. I hate UK, but I was a big Malik Monk fan. And yeah, I was kind of disappointed.
If Malik Monk can stick to his role, I think he'll be all right. It's just that when he tries to do more than what he's asked upon to do, it's like, nah, bro, you out here acting like Westbrook right now. Chill out, chill. And then,
I love it.
Man, this whole Westbrook thing is stressing me out. But like Hot Dog said, man, I didn't want to say it, but it's like, dang, LeBron is out there doing what he do.
He killing himself.
He's looking around. He's like, bro, can y'all
help me out?
Just a little bit.
I'm telling y'all, LeBron looked like Tom Hanks in Castaway.
It's like
he's on.
That's what he looked like. Somebody help me, please. He don't even have a volleyball named Wilson to talk to. Help me, please.
It's like over the mud
pants. What this means. Everybody likes to trash Anthony Davis. Well, you get to see what the Lakers look like without him.
Well, I got a question about Anthony Davis coming up soon too.
A question too. So
I got something coming up, but let's talk about bounce back Dak. You know what I'm saying? They beat the whack Washington football team, which my Bucks lost to them, so it is what it is.
I want to declare they have a new name.
Oh, what's their name?
The Washington Fighting Teammates.
The Washington Fighting Teammates is what the Dallas Cowboys.
We beat them boys so bad they were fighting each other on the bench.
What you saw, but anyway, so Dak finally had a bounce back out of his slump yesterday. So is it over with just in time for the playoffs, or has Dak found his stride? Brew, I'm gonna throw it to you first because the other two guys are Dak supporters, so I don't even want to hear what they got to say. So, Brew, what you got to say, man? Did Dak bounce back, and is he good for the rest of the playoff run?
I'm trying to see what his stat line looked like. I knew he balled, but I didn't watch the fourth quarter.
Almost 400.
He stopped playing before the third quarter ended. Like he only played maybe two series in the third.
330 through 40 times per usual.
Yep.
He had 131 QB rating. I got you. But I'm gonna go ahead and answer your question. I'm gonna say no. The reason why I'm going to say no is because it's the Washington football team. The Washington football team has done enough to just keep their head's not above water because they're under 500. But what I'm saying is they lost Ryan Fitzpatrick early. They threw Heineke. That was a Heineke, my bad. Meineke, whatever you want to call him. He was just going to retire a little over a year ago, and they just had to play him. So they lost Chase Young, 7 weeks ago. They just hanging on, honestly. So, no, I won't say that. Now, we'll see what they really have made playing again next week. I believe it's next week they play the Cardinals.
Yeah, they played the Cardinals Sunday.
And it's the Cardinals that just lost 3 in a row, and they know they have to win. So we'll see what he looks like versus them because their defense is a little better.
So Ralph, talk to me. Talk to me about your boy Dak, man. Is he out of his slump, and is this what we gonna see moving forward in the playoffs?
I'm not even going. I know y'all think I'm just gonna go say yeah, but honestly, I'm just gonna say no. I'm kind of like Daniel. I mean, he had a good game. We shall see what he does next week. He hasn't played the best over the past few weeks. Yesterday was an awesome game. You got to give credit where credit's due. He kind of did all his damage in the first half. He didn't even have to do much in the second half because all the damage was done at that point. Like Daniel also said, he played the Washington football team. As we can see, that team is dismantled at this point. You got teammates fighting on the sideline. So, honestly, it was a great game from Dak, but I don't know if he's fully out of the slump. I need him to continue to play the way that he's been playing. But no, he's definitely not out of the slump quite yet.
Yeah, I'm with Daniel and Ralph. I got to see it one more game, man, before I can like I say, this Washington football team. Even though my Bucks lost to them, but at the same time, the Cowboys have a good feel for the Washington football team because it's in the same division, so they kind of know how to play them. So I need to see Dak do this against the Arizona Cardinals. But like Bruce said, they are on a downslide right now. Let's see if they can have a bounce back game against the Cowboys. So it's cooking up to be a nice matchup because the Cardinals need to see if they can beat an elite team again, and Dak needs to see if he can throw and beat an elite team again. So we'll get to find out this weekend who shows up. Is it going to be the Arizona Cardinals or is it going to be Dak Prescott? But before we go to the next topic, who shows up that game, Dak Prescott or the Arizona Cardinals, Ralph?
Do I not get to cook on Dak Prescott?
Nope, you don't. Nope. No, you don't.
Your turn
Go
is
ahead, Ralph.
coming, bro. I said Dak.
You said Dak. Okay. Hot dog. Floor is yours. Talk about your guy Dak. Is the slump over?
Listen, so everybody said it. The Washington team is pretty bad, but it is a divisional rivalry game. It gets pretty nasty at times. Obviously, you got Washington players fighting each other. But I think the Cowboys did a lot of different things last night. I think they went back to simplifying the offense. I think the last few weeks they've been trying to do a lot of complicated things with route running and routes and all these different things. And Amari, I think the best thing to happen to the Cowboys this week, Amari Cooper came out and said, man, I'm frustrated. I'm not getting the ball, in which I agree. The last few weeks, it looks like Dak has been trying to force feed CeeDee Lamb, which CeeDee Lamb is the only guy on the Cowboys who has 1,000 yards this year. So I understand that, but Amari's still the best route running receiver on this team. Each three of these guys do something special. Gallup's the athlete and the fastest one. Amari Cooper's the best route runner, and CeeDee Lamb is probably just the best playmaking receiver we have. So Amari came out this week and said, I'm not getting the ball. And last night they made it a point to get Amari the ball, and Amari didn't let him down. So they went back to simplifying the offense. They did a couple of nice, cute things, getting the offensive lineman wide open in the end zone. I think they took that game knowing they were going to beat Washington anyway, and they tried some different things moving forward. And I like what I saw, but, of course, the defense showed out again. I mean, right now, like I said, I'm not ready to say he's out of the slump yet, but he looked good last night.
So you like CD over Amari? I know Amari hasn't played his best. I know he's been in and out the lineup and whatnot, but you would pick CD over Amari right now?
Absolutely.
I just think CD. My problem with CD is he drops the ball a lot.
So does Amari.
Amari does, but Amari is more contested, it seems, than CD is, because the Cowboys do a good job of getting CD out in space, which is what he's best at, and he drops a lot of wide open passes. Amari drops a lot of contested passes. That's why I'm not so hard on Amari, but CD is the best playmaker receiver on this team. But Amari's still nice. Amari's no slouch. Amari's still nice. Andrew Morrell, y'all drafted Jalen Rager over Justin Jefferson. I don't want to hear a word from y'all. Jalen Rager is garbage.
Nah, he's garbage for sure.
You know what, hot dog?
What's
He's
that,
like
man?
You know what? While we talking about Andrew Morrell and the Morrell and Eagles, man, don't you got something to say about the Philadelphia
Oh
Eagles?
my God! Yes, please. This is what's bothering Hot Dog, presented by Beyond the Game. I'm so tired of here. I woke up this morning on Facebook. You know, I've been sleeping in. I had foot surgery last week, so I've been sleeping in a little bit. So I get on Facebook this morning. I'm checking the group page, and the first thing I see is Andrew Morrell saying, "Oh, the Eagles got a chance to clinch." Clinch, man, really? We almost at the end of the season. Y'all still fighting?
He's
To get a
relentless,
playoff
man.
spot?
He's relentless with that.
Bro,
Eagle
we
stuff,
4
man.
games out. I think we're 3 games ahead now. Yeah, we're 3 games ahead. And I'm just sitting here laughing. I want to see the Eagles get in. To say we got 2 teams from the least to get into the playoffs. I definitely would like to see it happen. I also like to see us play in first round of the playoffs.
Because then we play on first round of the playoffs. So I love that.
But right now, yes. But I think as of right now, where the Cowboys won last night, we went back up to the 2 seed. And I think the Eagles got the 7 seed. And that would put us playing the Eagles first round if everything keeps shaping up. But it's about to get wild the last 2 weeks of the year. But yeah, I'm just so tired of these Eagles fans, man. Talking about, we got a chance. We got a chance. We got a chance. Man, nobody care what y'all doing.
I know. It's like if y'all make it, y'all make it. We'll
y'all
see
best player on offense has like 800 scrimmage yards and has no touchdowns, Miles Sanders. How does that happen?
They got a good. Their fans are. Yeah,
their fans are dedicated, but they also
dedicated fans, man. They love their Eagles, man.
I mean, I like Devontae Smith. I like Dallas Goedert. They have a lot of players in their team I like. They really do. I even like Jalen Hurts. I can't stand their fans, man.
Yeah, it's almost like Cowboys fans.
They are almost annoying as Cowboys fans. I will admit that. Cowboys fans annoy me more than anybody.
Facts. That's what Stephen A. always says. He doesn't hate the Cowboys. He just hates the fans.
And I understand that. Yeah. It took me a few years to get that, but I understand that now.
My boy Drew's lit like they're already in.
That's what Sean Gurton and Andrew Morrell be talking. Oh, we already in. I hope Taylor Heineke plays the game of his life and beats the Eagles this week.
I know, bro.
I
don't think it's going to happen.
Saints win tonight. The Saints are going to win out. The 49ers are going to win their next 2 games. It's a 50-50 chance they beat us.
Who the 49ers play?
See, you say that about the Saints. I think the Dolphins beat. I think the Dolphins beat the Saints tonight.
Who's that?
I think the Dolphins beat the Saints tonight.
The Dolphins have been playing tough.
The Dolphins should beat the Saints tonight since they're playing Ian Book from Notre Dame. But I believe that Sean Payton's smart enough to do the Bill Belichick.
Man, it's like
Mark Ingram and
people aren't talking about this. The Dolphins have won like 6 games in a row.
Yeah, they're playing really good right now.
I mean, that's insane to me. Like if they would have just maybe won 2 or more of those games before, they'd be winning the division.
Didn't they do the same thing last year where they almost made it into the playoffs?
Last year they got off to a great start and they stumbled at the end and they were out of the playoffs.
But I know they were like right on the cups of
if
making
they win
the playoffs.
They'll win 10 games again like they did last year and still probably won't make the playoffs.
I think the Saints lose tonight, though. I think the Dolphins win.
Make sure all those comments make it. Hold on.
Bro, this guy.
Andrew said his little crybaby rant. Hold on, hot dog. Let me get to. I don't know if you've seen some of these hot dogs.
No, they didn't come up while you was off.
Okay. Adam Kent said 100. Andrew said, the Philadelphia Eagles that counted out the playoffs yet another year. Andrew, y'all not making the playoffs. He said,
I hope we have another 2009 year where we beat the Eagles the last week of the year to clinch the division, then the first week of the playoffs we beat them as bad as we did. I hope it happens. Please.
He's forgetting that they're going to lose to the Cowboys.
He don't want to talk about that.
He's not going to play for 2 weeks.
Him and Sean are so assured that the Cowboys are going to rest their starters the last week of the year. The Cowboys are still thinking about the number 1 seed. They're not resting nobody.
Oh man, man, good luck to y'all. Good luck to y'all, Andrew. That's all
you can say to him.
Don't tell him good luck. Don't tell him good luck.
Well, I'm saying, minus Ralph's squad. I mean, me and Brew, we good.
We done.
You know,
Broncos
y'all win, y'all good. So
Broncos
we ain't got nothing to worry about for real. It's that
I'm just rooting for Dak at this point.
But to answer your question you asked before you went off the air, I believe the Cowboys do beat the Cardinals this Sunday.
Absolutely.
Brew, what you got? Arizona showing up or Dak showing up?
And hence I said Cowboys, not Dak.
I heard you.
Well,
I got you.
Hop is done at least to the last game of the season, maybe for the year. I didn't see a second opinion. AJ Green still makes some plays, but he's old now. He's
not fast enough.
He's just looking a little bit better than Julio Jones is right now, which ain't much. But if James Conner plays, I'm giving him a chance. If he don't play, it'll probably be Cowboys by at least 10. But if James Conner plays, I give the Cardinals a chance.
But, man, my thing is about the Cowboys last night, they unleashed another animal we ain't seen yet, and that's Kelvin Joseph. That man was shutting down McLaurin and Curl and Adam Humphries last night. We ain't got to see Kelvin Joseph yet.
They still have Heineke at the quarterback.
Ain't that the corner from UK?
Yeah, the guy we got in the second round. He's kind of been hurt all year, buried on the depth chart. He had to start last night. He gave up no catches. Hey, Ralph, I don't want to hear that. Heineke went beat the supposed GOAT.
Who's that?
Supposed GOAT.
Tom Brady.
The thing about him is they only have one receiver, so nobody's really worried about their other receivers.
Yeah.
So it kills them.
Man,
I'm just having my fun, D. I'm just having my fun today.
I feel you. He looked all right yesterday.
Hey, Cowboys ain't won this much in a while, man. I gotta let my dude have fun. But
man, stop it. Y'all got 2 Super Bowls. Y'all still a bottom 10 franchise all time. Stop it.
you right. But everybody on this panel right here has seen their team go to the Super Bowl as an adult. Have you, hot dog?
No, I have not.
Okay, then.
No, I have not.
That's a fact.
I have not.
But anyways, last week Iman Shumpert was on the show and he had some comments about, he was asked about LeBron James' free agency back in 2010 and if it ruined the NBA. Here's the video right here of what Iman Shumpert had to say and we'll give our thoughts on it.
KD would have been like, they won over there. I'm finna go over here and shake with them. Me and Bron finna play together and y'all finna be mad. But that would have ruined basketball too, so I can't.
Either way, it ruined basketball.
No, he didn't. It wasn't KD. It was Bron first going to Miami. Bron knows he ruined basketball.
Okay, let me ask you this: do you think that was? I always look at the
Bron
first.
ruined basketball.
So
he thought he was making it better. I get him.
So you think LeBron ruined it for everything?
He ruined the disrespect. Me personally, I love the NBA for the loyalty that I thought was there.
Now, Shump missed me on the last part when he talked about loyalty because the NBA ain't no professional sports. There's no loyalty. So I don't know. He missed me with that part. But anyways, I'm going to throw it around to the fellas real quick. Do y'all believe Iman Shumpert's comments about LeBron James that he ruined basketball, per se, the NBA? Ralph, go ahead. Floor is yours.
I hate to say yes. I can't blame it all on LeBron. LeBron was at a point in his career where he had given everything he kind of could to the Cleveland Cavaliers. The way that he did it, that's what I didn't like about the whole decision. If you was going to go to Miami, then that's fine. Go to Miami, team up with Dwayne Wade, team up with Chris Bosh. That's fine. I just didn't like the way it was a whole kind of celebration or a whole kind of, it was just too much for me. I didn't like the way he did. He did the sit down. He had an interview. Nobody cares, LeBron. You're going to Miami. That's fine. I feel like it's something that's happened before LeBron. You look at when Kevin Garnett and Ray Allen teamed up with Paul Pierce and how they brought Boston a championship. But I think the thing about LeBron is where LeBron was. You have the best player in the league saying that I'm going to make a decision to team up with 2 other superstar players in the NBA. So if you want to say that's how LeBron may have ruined basketball, I'll give you that. But I felt like at that point in his career, he deserved to go somewhere where he had somebody who was willing to put forth as much effort as him day in and day out. So I supported the decision. I just didn't like the way he did it.
So, Hot Dog, I know you haven't been the biggest LeBron James fan. Do you think he ruined basketball?
I think he definitely changed the game of what makes making a super team and free agency decisions. But I couldn't agree more with what Ralph just said. I never had a problem with him leaving. He is a free agent. He's allowed to go wherever he pleases. It's like when KD went to the Warriors. I had no problem with it because he's allowed to go wherever he pleases. But man, they made it. They for real carved out an hour on ESPN
Made it into a
called
circus.
the decision
Mm-hmm.
just to figure out where he going. That man missed me with that. That was so arrogant, cocky,
Say how you really feel,
obnoxious.
hot dog.
And that was my only problem ever with him doing that. Other than that, I had no problem with him going to Miami. And all they talking about, they're going to win 1, 2, 3, 4. They won 2 out of 4, right? The 4 years he was there, they won 2. Yeah, the little engines that could in Dallas beat them, and then of course the Spurs beat them the last year with Kawhi Leonard. Honestly, I think the Spurs should have won back to back. The Heat should have only won 1 out of 4, in my opinion.
Yep.
If it weren't for Ray Allen bailing him out,
Hey, that's why he got him.
You know what it is.
That's why he got him.
I'm not gonna go there.
Yeah, don't start there.
I'm not gonna go there because this ain't the topic for that. So I ain't even going to divulge into all of that. I'm gonna just go on, kick it over to Brew. Brew, what's your thoughts? Did LeBron James ruin basketball?
Well, you already know I've made this a topic. It's probably been a topic in every sports group I've been in because people tried to say KD ruined the game of basketball when it was LeBron. I'm glad Jumper said this. And like, if you want to be technical, they both were free agents. But going from the 80s, the 90s to the early 2000s, stars were not doing that, going to play with other top 10 players. So that's why they ruined the game of basketball. They made a decision they could make. It wasn't like they forced their way out or set out, anything like that. But my point is, if you want to be like Jordan, after 84, after 85, after 86, after 87, Jordan didn't say, damn, I can't win it in Chicago. Let me just go play with Magic. He stayed and he fought through the Pistons and everything till he finally got a ring. That's why I can respect the move, because it's not as satisfying. It's satisfying to his fans because they root for him. But, he didn't go through the tough times and stay and then finally win. He went to 4 finals, then went back to Cleveland. He did win, but he waited till Cleveland had some stars when they got Kevin Love. That's neither here nor there. I do think that he ruined the game of basketball, and now it is cool for other stars to go join other stars. But you were the best player, or at least the second best player in the league. You joined, I'd say, probably the number 5 or 6 player. And then you went and got Bosh as well. He was probably player number 14 in the league.
Yeah, he was nice at Toronto.
Yeah, that was.
But he couldn't win nothing in Toronto because he had no help.
Yeah, he was averaging, between 25 and 27, 12, 13 rebounds. So.
Yeah, he was nice.
Yeah, so, to me, I think so. Then KD just followed suit because at the end of the day, it's like, I can stay here and play with Westbrook, but I ain't gonna win no.
Hey man, I was watching Skip and Shannon earlier, and Skip said that KD should have got an award for putting up with Westbrook for 10 years. Actually, I think it was Shannon that said that. My bad, it was Shannon.
Man,
that's what I was going to ask. How does Quentin James feel?
Quentin James. Man, I don't think he ruined basketball, but he changed the landscape. The reason why I don't think he ruined basketball, because what did he do that wasn't already done before? And what I mean by that is the NBA has always been top heavy, which is it's always been pretty much realistically 6 teams got a shot. Out of those 6 teams, 3 teams really got a shot to win it all.
Right.
So, what did he really change? He really didn't make it to where it was parity in the NBA like it is in NFL, where, you got 10 teams within a legit shot to win the Super Bowl. In the NBA, it's only really 8 teams. You're doing a letdown. It's really only 3 teams. So to me, he really didn't. I don't think he really ruined basketball. And the whole KD thing, I'll say this. KD did the same thing as LeBron, except for KD went up LeBron.
Right.
KD seen what LeBron did. Okay, you joined them. I'm going to go join them. And that's all he did. It's apples to oranges, but basically KD just went up. And he just saw what LeBron did and just did it better.
I think people hate on KD because he went ahead and joined what most people already thought was a super team.
And I get that. I get the fact. But see, this is my whole thing about the super team is that what do we call Draymond? Because one minute we saying he's trash, and then the next minute we saying KD joined the super team. So which one is it? We can't have it both ways.
Yeah, but man, they already had possibly the 2 best shooters of all time on that team.
Clay.
Then you add KD to that.
Clay and Steph. So my whole thing is that KD just went up what LeBron did. So at a point in time, you just got to say, it's whatever. But I don't think he ruined basketball. No. I think the only thing I think he had an effect on was when KD did that, it made the NBA unwatchable because we already knew the outcome. We already knew the Warriors was going to win it all with KD. That's the only downside to it. But then you have player movements like the Kawhi situation, Paul George, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Kyrie. So it's made players feel like, hey, man, I ain't got to stay here my whole career.
It gave them a voice.
Yeah,
it gave them a voice. It gave them an option.
Hey, man, all I'm going to say is last year when the Greek Freak won the title, it made me a Greek Freak fan. It really did. It really did. He beat the Nets.
This guy.
He beat, I guess, who did he beat in the final? The Suns.
He beat the Heat. He got
beat
his
the Heat. He beat everybody. We went through Murder's Row.
Murder's Row.
He went through Murder's Row.
You heard Hot Dog? Is Murder's Row?
Yeah, I'm just talking about, they beat this Nets team that was supposed to be so great.
30% of James Harden, no Kyrie Irving.
I mean, they beat KD. Didn't KD about kill himself trying to win that series too?
But you said KD went off. I think you should change that. I don't think it was that hard. I know. Come on, bro. Y'all got to stop it, bro.
Like I said, I've never been a Greek Freak fan. I've always been hard on him, but he made me a fan when they won that title last year.
He went down to Miami on Jimmy Butler.
A year after that he had their way with them, and he comes back and beats them in what, 5? Or no, they swept them, didn't they?
I mean, then he went out west to the Suns. He owned DeAndre Ayton and Chris. I mean, what else more? I mean, he was knocking down legends left and right, man. What else you want Giannis to do?
I don't know about legends, but
you guys are
crazy.
He does have a ring.
Crazy, bro. Y'all crazy right now.
I'm just saying, KD only has one more ring than Greek Freak.
Hey, that's the hardest road that any superstar has ever had to go through to get to an NBA championship. The hardest. Get out of here. What are y'all drinking? What y'all drinking on over there?
Top five hardest road.
Y'all crazy.
Oh man, he beat the Nets with KD and half a leg.
That's why I said 30% of James Harden.
All I know is Andrew Morrell made a hashtag relevant. Nets in 5 last year, and now he's trying to do it again this year. The only thing cool about the Nets is their jerseys.
You gotta stop that, bro. You gotta stop that. That's a little disrespect, Hot Dog.
The Nets ain't winning, man.
We got James Harden, though. He's still my guy.
We got a whole bunch of players and COVID protocols in NFL and the NBA. Brew talked about it earlier in the group chat, how some players cost him his game because players was out with COVID and whatnot.
Lamar Jackson, I hate you.
So with the uptick and of course, the alleged Louisville postponing the UK game because the COVID protocols and players being out of COVID, whatnot. North Carolina's game against Virginia Tech tomorrow got postponed due to it's just so much going on right now. So, fellas, do y'all see them shutting down sports with the recent uptick in COVID? Ralph, go ahead.
Oh man, I mean, every time we talk about this topic, bro, I mean, it's just hard to talk about because it's just like the unknown is what we're talking about. You just don't know. I mean, I think they're trying their best at this point to try to fight through all the COVID losses as far as players being out and going with the replacement players, having to postpone games in college football, college basketball. I really don't know what you do. I just think that at the end of the day, it's all about money. That's the end goal. That's why you see them trying their best to fight through it. I don't know. It's just the unknown to me. COVID's unknown, so I don't know what you do. I don't think that they'll postpone at this point. But if you get to a point where you have no option, I think that's what they'll have to do. But at this point, I say no.
Real quick, for me, I say no, only because they seen how much money they lost with with them shutting down sports. What was it 2 years ago, a year and a half ago? College sports, professional sports is like, nah, bro, we can't do this. That's why we see all of these G League call-ups and all these NFL players getting players from off the practice squad and whatnot, because the NFL and the NBA are determined not to shut this down. They don't care if they got to start going to get dudes from the YMCA. Like they gonna have games this season. They don't care one way or another, man. But anyways, Hot Dog, what do you think? Do you think they're gonna shut down sports eventually?
Nah, I really don't believe so. I think if there's anything that does shut down, it'd be college sports, because they were the ones that really shut down last year.
They started it last time.
They started last year. If I had to pick one, it'd be them. But no, it's like you said, Q. They lost so much money. The NFL lost so much money. These owners are not going to do that again. They're going to grit through, pick up any players that they can to replace these players. I mean, I know the Ravens right now, they got like backups on backups on backups.
Can you tell those Bengals fans that?
I mean, the Bengals beat them. I mean, the Bengals did beat the Ravens pretty bad earlier in the year with Lamar and all those other
No, we're
players. So I'm
talking
not
about
really going to
Sunday.
say that.
They were gonna get beat regardless.
Yeah.
Right. I'm with D on that one. So no, I don't think anything's going to get shut down. I think teams were more prepared going into this year with players in place if players did get COVID. So no, I don't think anybody's going to be shut down. Maybe college basketball. That's it. I do know a couple of college bowl games got canceled.
Yeah.
Better be worried about those big bowl games, the playoff games.
Yeah, we'll talk about that too.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know about y'all, but man, if Georgia has to can't show up, I won't be mad.
We gonna get into that in a minute. Big Brew, man, you see COVID shutting down sports here pretty soon?
Man, I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't take no more COVID.
Man,
I had to miss my team in the 2020 NCAA tournament. Last year, COVID ruined the chance to get into the tournament. I really think COVID is why Coach K is going to go ahead and hang it up after this year. He done missed the last 2 tournaments. Shit, it might ruin this one for him. Hell, it cost me my fantasy football championship. I had 6 out of 15 players out yesterday.
I feel you.
I had like 4 or 5 out, so it's just wearing me out. I'm not gonna lie. Especially, I understand Omicron is only about a month old or so, but it just seems like literally in the last 2 weeks, every player that you can think of just got COVID.
You man, no kid.
And then, I mean, I don't understand why 2 weeks ago, or a week and a half ago, they said if most of the virus is out of your system and you vaccinated, they're gonna let players play, and then still make them test negative. So it was just like, man, y'all can't make up y'all's mind. But I know that if anybody's not going to shut down, it's going to be the NFL. They're not missing out on that money. They don't care if you got to play with the third string quarterback like the Ravens. They're going to have it.
Man, and plus on top of that, to piggyback off you, Brew, the NFL got what, maybe a month and a half left at that.
Yeah.
So
Squeeze
they
it out. Yeah.
Nah, the
They
playoffs
ready
are about
to
to start. They ain't stopping now.
Yeah, like you got the playoffs getting ready to start, and then the Super Bowl's the first weekend in February. They ain't about to shut this down. Bro, they don't care if they got to go Shannon Sharp. Like, they don't care who they got to go get, bro. They gonna keep this thing going, bro. They don't care.
I guarantee if we run out of tight end, Jason Witten will be back in the Cowboys uniform by playoff time.
You think he won't? Because he will.
I know he will.
Hey, don't be surprised if it get to a point where some team reaches out to Terrell Owens to ask him to come play.
Why not? He's ready to play.
Hey, I'd love to see T.O. back.
I'm just saying it's gonna get to that point because it's like I said, players is dropping left and right. So I wouldn't be surprised to see, you know what I'm saying, them reach out to old school players like that. But anyways, this upcoming Friday on the 31st, we got some college football popping off. We got a huge matchup. We got the college football Final Four. We got Hot Dogs, Michigan Wolverines playing against who y'all playing? Hot Dogs?
There goes Andrew.
Plays Georgia.
Y'all play Georgia, and then we got Ralph's Alabama Crimson Tide playing against the Cincinnati Bearcats.
I thought Ralph liked.
He knows I don't like no damn Alabama.
So we gonna get some predictions real quick on how this Friday's matchup's gonna go. Ralph, I'll kick it off to you. Who you got in the Alabama Cincinnati matchup first?
Cincinnati, easy money.
With fries for $9.
Game number 2, real quick, Ralph. Who you got? Georgia, Michigan.
Georgia, easy money. I hate Michigan with all the passion in my body.
I can tell your facials didn't move or none of that. Look at Hot Dog's face though. Big Brew, I'm gonna let you cook last on this Hot Dog.
Okay.
Who you got in the first matchup? Cincinnati versus Alabama.
Oh, I thought I was cooking last.
Did I say your name? I meant Daniel. My bad. Daniel, who you got in that matchup? Cincinnati and Alabama.
Hold on, let me see. My dog done came in here. I got Alabama by about 10 maybe, unless they can pull a Urban Meyer, call the right, trick play, onside kick, all that,
Let's go Bearcats.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
And of course, I'm going with Georgia. You ain't even have to ask me that one.
Yeah,
All right,
nobody cares about Michigan.
Give me a score in that Georgia Michigan game.
Georgia 31, Michigan 17.
31-17. Let me get Alabama and Cincinnati real quick from you.
I'll go Alabama 31, Cincinnati 21.
2-1. Ralph, before I let Hot Dog cook last, Ralph, give me a score Alabama, Cincinnati real quick.
Man, it's got to be something crazy. So I'm going 35-28 Cincinnati.
35-28 Cincinnati, and then Georgia, Michigan. Give me a score real quick. Look at
Oh,
Hot Dog's
shoot.
face.
41-0 Georgia.
This guy here is so disrespectful. 41-0 Georgia. He got before I let Hot Dog cook last in this one, let me get Alabama in this matchup. Let me get them 28-10 over Cincinnati. I just don't see Cincinnati having firepower to match with Alabama.
Let's go Bearcats, man.
And then this Georgia Michigan matchup, man. Let me go ahead and get Georgia in this thing. Let me get a 31-17 type ball game, Georgia in that matchup. Hot Dog, go ahead, man. Floor is yours.
Go ahead,
Boy,
Hot Dog.
Brew and Ralph done lost their mind. One of them picked Cincinnati to win. The other one said it's gonna be close. Listen, man.
Go ahead, Hot Dog.
Listen to me. Alabama. I mean, Cincinnati doesn't belong here.
No, you've hated them all year, and
They don't belong here. And
They're wrong
Alabama's
all
gonna
year.
prove my point. Alabama wins 42-17. It's
Damn.
not gonna be close. Can someone tell me what the spread is on this game?
It don't matter.
Probably
I'm gonna try to look that up while you talk. Go ahead.
It don't matter.
And as for the Michigan-Georgia game, now everybody knows I love Michigan. I was in Indy when they blew out Iowa, which
Lucky.
you two try to tell me it's gonna be close.
Lucky.
It was not.
It was lucky.
42-3 close.
Yeah.
But okay, it's 13. The spread's 13.
Mhm.
That's not enough. It should be 20.
He said that's not enough.
My heart obviously wants to go with Michigan. We just don't have enough firepower. The offense is like D always tells me, runs like it's 1986. Bo Schembechler still running the team. Let me get Georgia 28-24. Georgia beats Michigan.
Yes.
What?
Send them home.
What? Why you got Georgia beating your squad?
I don't trust the Michigan
He's a
offense. Now,
truth
the
teller.
defense, I do trust. I trust Aiden Hutchinson. I trust Josh Ajabo. I trust Daxton Hill. I trust the defense. But Georgia got a pretty good defense too.
Mm.
And I trust Georgia's offense a little more than I do Michigan's.
I'm flabbergasted at you right now, Hot Dog. I'm surprised, but hey, you got your.
You know
Hey,
what?
man, I don't know why Donovan even on watching my show. Ain't none of his teams good. Why he on my show?
Hey,
I watched the show, the Christmas special, more like the doo-doo special. What you got those guys running at?
Whoa.
It wasn't me. It was Ike, man. Ike invited
Ike
us.
was the only one on there
Chill,
that I liked.
chill.
Ike was the only one on there that I thought was pretty. I liked Ike, but man, anyway.
Andrew said Hot Dog on his reverse psychology shit. Y'all seen him trashing Dallas the past few weeks?
No. I haven't trashed the Cowboys last few weeks. I have
He
trashed
trashed
Dak
Dak,
Prescott.
Yeah.
True.
That's
I have
very
not
true.
trashed the Cowboys. The defense has made us look really good last few weeks. It's been Dak I have been trashing, and for good reason.
Mm,
He hasn't played that well. I agree.
Okay, Ralph, there you go, coming around. But I can't believe y'all think Cincinnati got a chance.
Absolutely, they
Y'all
do.
crazy.
Absolutely,
Y'all
they
insane.
do. Absolutely.
I was gonna say,
they
ain't
do.
no y'all. It's
Hot Dog,
I
how many
can't
times did you
believe
think
y'all.
Cincinnati was going to lose, and how many times did they win?
Who?
How many times do you think Cincinnati was going to lose this year? How many times did they win?
Thank
Well,
you.
man, I'll tell you
Thank
what.
Daniel.
I said I thought they'd lose one time, but the rest of the season, I said they're gonna win because they don't play nobody.
Okay.
That's not true, man. That's not true.
Who did they play?
We don't have to go back through their schedule. Man.
Exactly,
They've
man.
played
I'm
games
not
all
doing
year
this.
long.
I hope Alabama hangs 100 on them.
I
I
do.
hope Nick Saban come in there. I hope he has a bad day. I hope his wife don't mess around with him the night before. I hope he has a real bad day going into this game. It says, man, you know what? I'm gonna hang 100 on him. I'm gonna hang 100, and I hope he
41
does.
Georgia.
it's
Man,
yeah,
see,
it's,
Ralph,
yeah,
Ralph, you were saying you a Dak fan. I can't listen to you.
That's cool.
Hold on, Donovan, we're gonna hold you to this. He said Eagles in the playoff,
Talk to him.
OSU in the Rose Bowl,
Over the Utah.
He said
Oh,
Talk to him.
UNC under
Well,
construction. Hey, I'm with you on that last part.
well, Donovan, what are you gonna do when Utah pulls off the upset?
They're not. Don't worry about it. They're
He
You heard
not.
it here
Cincinnati,
first.
he said Cincinnati beat Notre Dame.
Who's Notre Dame?
I know.
Who's Notre Dame?
Notre Dame is what a top 10.
I know.
That's
I
what it
know.
is.
They've been a top 10 team damn near all year.
They don't play nobody either, Ralph.
Oh my God, bro.
My God, bro.
Yeah,
They
y'all
not even
credit
in a comp. They ain't good enough to be in a
You want credit
conference.
for beating Iowa. Iowa ain't no
That-
damn good.
I ain't say nothing about
Thank you, bro.
Iowa. I ain't said
Well,
nothing
who
about
did y'all
Iowa all
beat
year.
besides
Y'all was
Iowa
the ones that
State,
said
too?
Iowa might give Michigan the game, and they didn't.
Who did y'all beat besides Ohio State?
That's all we
Nobody.
had to do, D.
Nobody.
That's all we had to
Because the
do.
Big Ten was down this year, so nobody.
And we beat Ohio State. That's all I know we
Yeah,
did,
yeah,
and that's
you're
all we
right.
had to do.
You're right.
I tell you
it
what,
took
hang
20
on,
years.
hold up. And Penn State better than any team I bet Cincinnati beat this year too.
Not true. Penn State had an off year this year. Not true.
Notre Dame looked good at the end of the year. Yeah, because they playing teams like USC Junior and Stanford and USC. Come on, man, miss me with that.
Come on, hot dog.
Jeez, they playing Boston College and North Carolina State.
They played their schedule, my
Well,
brother.
basically, what you're saying is they play Michigan's schedule at the end of the season.
Absolutely.
Stop it, man.
That's basically what you said. Man.
Donovan said that Ohio State in the Rose Bowl. I'm curious, when is that in the college football playoffs or is that not? I'm curious.
It's not.
Okay, Cincinnati will beat Michigan.
Absolutely.
You know what?
I don't know who said that, but absolutely.
That is that comment came from Quentin Roberts.
They would not
Very
beat Michigan.
smart guy.
They would not beat
Very
Michigan.
smart
Aiden Hutchinson would have his way with that offensive line.
Bro, you need to go back and watch some of Cincinnati's tapes, bro. They
I would
have
love to.
legit players on
Okay,
their
here's
team.
the problem. I would love to, but all
Well, they
their
got
games
two
on like
first-round
CBS network. I don't get that channel. I get ESPN
This guy's
and all them good
disrespectful.
stuff. I don't
This
get
guy-
that in the little local channel. I don't get them
This guy,
channels.
nah. Let's go to the next subject. Q.
Nah, I
This
like
guy,
this. Keep
bro.
going, hot dog.
Go Bearcats.
Hey, get that
Go
comment back up.
Bulldogs.
Oh man! So Andrew's comment. See how the Cowboys fans what he say. See how the
Exactly.
Cowboys. He's been fake
No,
nice and mean.
I'm not being faking nice. I told him I hope they get in the playoffs so we get two teams from the least end. I mean that wholeheartedly. That don't mean I have to like them.
Oh man!
Man, I've been down for almost a week. I feel good today. Y'all leave me alone.
Quentin Roberts said Cincinnati's offense is legit.
Man, that comment's not legit. That comment ain't legit.
What did Donovan say though? Donovan just
Hold
said
on, let me get Donovan's comment back. He said, "Hot dog, it's your team's first time in the college football playoffs. I would tell you, act like you've been somewhere, but
Exactly.
Hey, I admit it. Hey, Donovan ain't wrong. I admit it. We've been
Exactly.
terrible as long as I can remember. So and it's like I've been telling D, I'm living in the moment.
man, Adam Kent said, can somebody mute him?
No, man, because ain't none of your teams relevant either. Adam Kent, mutual comments.
Man. Andrew said, "You are no longer known as Hot Dog. You are known as Brandon." He said, "Somebody get this Brandon guy. He's out of control." Oh man! But anyways, on to a little NBA topic. We got, who has had the more impressive season so far? To me, the MVP race is down to two guys between Steph and KD, pretty much for the MVP. I mean, you could throw other guys in there, but they really don't get no consideration like that for real, for real. So, who has had the more impressive, not the MVP season, but who has had the more impressive season so far? Steph Curry or Kevin Bartholomew? Don't brush my hair, Durant. Ralph, go ahead.
Man, as hard as it is for me to say, man, KD is definitely my guy. If you ask me my favorite player, if you ask me the best player in the league, by far I'm going to say KD. But what Stephen Curry is doing with the Golden State Warriors is awesome to me, man. It's just awesome to me. Like, I presented the topic because I just wanted to see how y'all felt, man. I mean, the Warriors are the number one team in the league right now. And it's Stephen Curry and a bunch of role players, man. Klay Thompson hasn't been there for 2 years. Like, they look like they're going to be competing for a championship come the end of the season. And name me the players on this team. I mean, we got Gary Payton II. I mean, come on. I mean, David Lee out of Louisville. Come on.
Excuse you. That is Damian Lee.
Damian Lee. I'm sorry. No
Excuse
disrespect. Respectfully. Damian Lee. And I just named y'all a couple players just to show. I mean, Andrew Wiggins seems like he's coming around. He's had a decent season this year. But by far, it has to be Steph Curry because I think everything with Golden State starts with Steph Curry. If Steph doesn't have a good game, then the Warriors probably aren't going to win that game. But he has found a way to energize his team. And some way, somehow, they're the number one team. I did not see it, but I have to give it to Steph at this point.
All right, Hot Dog. Who has had the more impressive season thus far, Steph Curry or Kevin Durant?
So while Ralph was talking, I was trying to think of the players right now on the Warriors team. And obviously, the highlight besides Steph Curry is, of course, Andrew Wiggins. They still got Draymond, but they got other little role players running around that have made a significant impact on this team. It's Steph Curry. I think Steph Curry. I think they're the number one team in the league right now, and
Absolutely.
they don't have Clay back. James Wiseman is not back yet. I don't believe. KD still got James Harden hobbling around out there. Blake Griffin, Patty Mills is having a nice year. I think KD's having a great season. He really is. But right now, I believe it's Steph Curry.
Absolutely.
Chef Curry. Before I let Brew cook, because I'm gonna let him cook last on his Los Angeles Nets. To me, it's Chef Curry hands down, my dude. Like y'all said, he's not only does he have the number one record in the NBA, but he's doing it in the West at that with subpar guys, with subpar parts. He has Draymond Green, but I mean Draymond is Draymond. You really can't depend on him to give you 20 and 10 like that. And like you said, they do have Justin Wiseman, but he's been out of the lineup. I mean, Gary Payton II has been a nice surprise, but I mean, ain't nobody checking for him.
That's why I said it. That's why I said
Andrew Wiggins has had a bit of a resurgence this season. Well, I ain't gonna say he has resurgence because he's just been given more opportunities this season. So I'll say Andrew Wiggins has stepped up. So for me,
Andrew Wiggins looked like he remembered how to play defense this year.
So for me, I'm gonna give it a slight nod to Steph Curry. Only reason I wouldn't give it to KD is because, like y'all told me, well, I ain't gonna say not y'all, but like people have told me, it's the East. The East is weak. So I mean, if you're the best player in the world, shouldn't you be dominating the East? So it is what it is. But anyway, so I'm gonna go with Steph Curry on that one. Brew, for y'all Los Angeles Nets, who's had the more impressive season so far, Steph or KD?
Depends on what you're talking about. You're talking about stats wise, or are you talking about win?
Well, we know wins wise, Steph. We ain't even gonna count that. But as far as stats wise, who's been more impressive?
KD, without a doubt. KD's averaging what 30, 10, and 6, and he's still playing defense. So, and he's kind of carrying. I mean, they don't have Kyrie. It's not that they don't have a good team. My point is, when you come into a season thinking you're going to have KD and you're going to have Kyrie, you don't have Kyrie at all, then Harden gets COVID, misses 15, 16 days. I got to go with KD. Now, who do I think is going to win it? It'll probably be Steph. Steph is a more likable person. That's the reason why I think the Steph will win it. Not because, I play KD just because he's a more likable person.
Before we keep going, what is the Nuggets record? Because I know the Jokers put
like
put up nice
500
numbers
right
too.
now. They're like 500.
Hold on, I had it up here real quick. So the Nuggets record right now, is 16-16.
Told you they're like 500.
So that hurts the Jokers' chances.
Yeah. And I mean, and that's why I say it's really just a 2-player race. And to give Brew some pushback, we can't give KD credit like that, because when it was just LeBron and Kevin Love going through the East, it was the East is weak. LeBron should be doing this. So we got to say the same. We can't say it's for one and then not for the other.
Better now, though.
Huh?
As soon as LeBron left the East was getting better.
I said this last year.
Celtics was starting to get good. Toronto was good. Philly was good. The Heat were good. And ironically, that's when he left the East.
Okay, so out of those teams you just named, the 76ers are in the 6th seed, the Miami Heat, the 4th seed. I mean, really, out of the teams you just named, which one of them would you give a chance to win a title?
Of course, I'm going to give Milwaukee a chance. Of course,
Okay,
I'm going to probably give – I mean, we know that the bubble helped a lot of teams.
The Lakers.
Lakers.
So that's what I'm saying. So if it's only one team in the East that you give a shot to win outside the Nets, how are they so much better?
But that's the same thing I'm going to say about the West, because I don't give nobody a chance in the West that's in the top 4 a chance but the Warriors.
Man,
you don't give the Suns a chance to get back?
You got the Suns with a chance to get back.
Nah.
You got the Lakers if they can catch their stride.
The Suns got something to say.
Yeah, so I think
the don't have a chance in hell.
I mean, I'll put it to you like this. The Cleveland Cavaliers are in the East in the 5th seed with a record of 20-13. That lets you know how weak the East is.
Hey, I like these new Cavs, though, man. They got a nice young core. I like the Cavs.
With a 20-14 record. This is the Memphis Grizzlies.
But the Memphis Grizzlies have been on a continuous climb. Remember, they was just in the playoff game, the play-in game, the 8th seed against the Warriors. Matter of fact, they made the playoffs.
Yeah, they beat the Warriors in that game.
So they actually had a steady climb to get where they at.
But do you take them seriously? Let's be for real.
No.
All
so
right.
okay. So do you take the Bulls serious?
Hell yes.
Hey, who's the number one, number two seed in the East right now?
Like the Nets and the Bulls.
Nets and Bulls.
I like this Bulls team.
I like
I don't
the
think
Bulls.
they have a shot of winning a title.
Right,
But I
bro,
like the
this
Bulls.
team is nice, man.
Conference finals, yeah. Championship, no.
So, and that's why, like, when Daniel first answered the question, it's like, what are we basing it off of? For me, what I based it off of was team success. If you look at what Steph Curry has compared to what KD has, you gotta give Steph. And he's number one. They number one. Who else is on the team except him?
Wiggins is averaging like 20.
Yeah, but he's improved. But you didn't
He's
expect
having a
that from
good year.
Andrew
But
Wiggins.
you also forgetting that the person y'all keep forgetting. I don't know how y'all keep forgetting
Jordan Poole.
because he balled last year.
But it ain't forgetting
Jordan
him.
Poole's averaging 18.
But come on, did you expect him to average 18 points?
Jordan Poole was cold last year when they had him.
So now Jordan Poole's a star player?
No, but bro, if you can put up 18 points when your star is averaging 28 and your second player is averaging 20, your third option is averaging 18, let's put this in perspective. Draymond Green is the Warriors' third option usually, and he was averaging 8. Now you got a guy averaging 18, they should be winning. Then you're going to add Clay back.
But you also got to factor in why is he averaging 18? It's because so much attention has been put on Steph that it's opening up the floor for other guys. So it's not like Jordan Poole.
You got three people chasing himself.
But I think Jordan Poole's averaging like 40% from three. Is that correct?
Yeah, he's a shooter.
He's a good shooter.
He's a
really good shooter.
So Jordan Poole, it's not like he's averaging 18 to go along with, Clay's 20, Steph's 27, Draymond's 15. It's like Jordan Poole's getting this because of the opportunity.
Absolutely,
because
Is Draymond get 15 points or 15 rebounds?
15 turnovers.
Or 15 assists.
And they got Otto Porter. Otto Porter's a shooter.
I forgot Otto Porter's there.
Yeah.
So this question is, hold on, I got to
look how much Otto Porter's been bounced around in the past few years.
So Quentin Roberts said, who would you trade from the Nets to the Warriors?
Who would I trade to the Nets?
From the Nets to the Warriors. Who would you trade from the Nets to the Warriors? Do they even have anybody that is tradable from the Nets to the Warriors?
Probably Patty. Somebody like
That's
Patty
why I was going to say Patty.
Patty is all you can say.
Yeah.
That's it. Derek Stevie said Patty Mills is the Nets' third option.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
You gotta put some respect on Patty Mills' name.
Patty Mills an all-star? I'm just wondering.
Nah, he's definitely not.
Okay, I'm just wondering. He's a career-long Jordan Poole.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean,
I'll give you a.
So I like Patty's game. I liked him at St. Joe. And
Patty's nice. Now it was St. Mary's.
St. Mary's.
He's decent. I've seen better. I've seen decent.
I bet the Lakers could use him right now over Westbrook.
Man, they could use you right now over Westbrook.
No, not right now. I only got one leg, brother. Ain't no
That's
way.
all you need. At least you ain't gonna turn over the
ball.
ball.
Your one leg is probably still better than Westbrook's 2 good legs in a jump shot right now.
What jump shot?
Quentin Roberts said his point was that the Warriors got better players.
Okay.
That's a good point.
Nah.
That's what I was about. I don't know about
they got
that.
KD and James Harden right now. Bro. You can't convince me the
Warriors got more names, but Millsap is washed.
Oh yeah, Blake Griffin's done.
Is washed.
I didn't name those guys.
I don't understand, but people are saying the Nets because they have names. The only names you need to name is James Harden and Kevin Durant.
That's it.
And then all you, but that's what
Steve Nash.
Yeah.
I think what hurts the Nets is the Kyrie drama as well.
What's up, son?
We all know that they need Kyrie to win. I've been saying.
Oh, absolutely.
They can't win without Kyrie.
They're gonna start letting him be a part-time player. Is that next month?
All right, January.
January, which I don't understand. I don't understand it because this is my whole thing on there. Maybe they announced it and maybe I missed it. Maybe y'all can inform me. I don't know. The plan was for him to come back on away games because they were so decimated by COVID protocols, players, dropping out. They didn't have much of a roster. So when they start to get the players back, are they going to put Kyrie back on ice and be like, nah, bro, we got a full roster now. We good. Like,
absolutely not.
They should.
So,
absolutely not.
Okay. So if that's the case, why didn't they just do this from the beginning of the season then?
PR.
But
maybe Kyrie didn't agree to it at the beginning of the year.
I don't think because I believe agree to it because I don't think
the season
we're losing all that money. So if y'all gonna bring him along and let him play on away games anyway, y'all might as well should have just done that from the start because once the players come back, y'all not gonna tell them to stop. So
For
I agree
one-
with that. I agree with that, Q.
One, desperate times calls for desperate measures. Two, at the beginning of the season, I think everybody was so much in an uproar as far as they wanted all the players to be tested. They wanted all the players to have the vaccine. I'm sorry, not tested, but they wanted all the players to have the vaccine. And you can't play unless you have the vaccine. And I think because New York put that mandate out, that I think it was they didn't want Kyrie being like, I'm gonna play here and not play here. But at this point, they're desperate. So they have no choice but to bring Kyrie back. The end goal is the championship. The end goal is not regular season wins.
but see, I'm cool with that, Ralph. If they had came out at the beginning of the season, be like, hey, look, we're not here to base this team on people's morals and values. We're here to win a championship. Kyrie's gonna play in away games in the cities that don't have mandates because our goal is to bring him into a championship. All right, cool. At least I know where we stand with it now. But now, like you said, it's desperate. It's like, oh, then we got to go back on our word and bring him in here because we need players now. It's like, no, stick to your guns. Keep him on the bench. I'll keep him sideline and don't let him come in and stick to what y'all got to say. But now it's like, okay, so now ain't no scary hours, Andrew, because Kyrie Irving gonna come in and mess it up anyways. I ain't worried about that.
Andrew's crazy. He said scary hours.
That's silly, bro.
What did he say?
Keeping up with Kylie. Debut on January 3rd. Follow Kylie as he collects millions.
He said Kylie gonna come play 2 games, be out for the season with turf toe.
Nah, that's a fact
I
though.
see it from different angles. For one, now look, half the season or almost half the season is over. So you save some money. Also, they look at it like, all right, we playing KD and Harden almost 40 minutes a game. When we did this last year, both of them got hurt. We got to be able to rest them. We're losing our role players. So, I mean, I feel like that's one of the reasons that they did it. I mean, it is for away games. So what that means is they're going to have to take care of business, at home in the playoffs, which I think they can do. Because when they lost to the Bucks, it was because they was on the road. They had Kyrie on the road this year. You don't have to worry about that. But I get what you're saying, though. I mean, are we trying to win? Because at the end of the day, I don't care about no other organizations.
Absolutely.
And that's
trying to win.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, they should have just came out and said that from the start. Like, we don't care about nothing nobody else is doing. This is our squad. Kyrie's going to play in the away games. Blah,
they
blah,
had to
blah.
play the part, man. They had to play the part. That's all they did, play the part.
Excuse. Are we decimated by players? Let's bring Kyrie back. We're going to have our players back before
Absolutely. Absolutely.
He said, plus the new mayor. No, he's not changing. He hasn't came in and said he's changing.
He's not changing.
He's
not changing.
He already came back out in November and said he doesn't have any plans on changing the vaccine.
Yeah, he ain't changing nothing.
Especially not for one person. Like, just so Kyrie can play.
Jay-Z drops a check on him.
Money talks.
Campaign.
Money talks.
Oh man, and then like Donovan said, he said if the Nets meet the Warriors in the chip, Kyrie can't play.
Kylie
at all because he can't play. Yeah, but
he might take the plant-based joint. So
that's why I say at that point, I believe Kyrie will have the vaccine. Honestly.
And he said, hold on. He said, Mr. Roberts on the show. Hey, Q Roberts got an open invitation. All he got to do is hit the inbox. He can come on through. And then Andrew said, people change. People do change, but no, that roster is what changed, and that's why they need Kyrie up in there.
Right?
Ain't nobody changed. It's that roster that's changed.
That roster got old real quick.
Complaints from your star will change everything. KD's been griping. Yep. I'm sure KD's been complaining.
Yeah, of course he is, especially when he had to sit out. I mean, I know this was before him, but he had to sit out Christmas Day due to COVID. So when they came to KD's probably like, what the hell y'all waiting so long for? Like, y'all should have been done this.
I'm tired.
Y'all should have been done did this, man. But anyways, man, we get ready to wrap up the show. Quick hitter, real fast. AD. Man. Mr. Street Clothes, Anthony Jamal Davis. I don't know if that's his middle name, but it is today. Last season, they said he didn't. Well, a lot of people, I ain't gonna say they. A lot of people said, not y'all, but a lot of people said he didn't have a good season because he was injured last season, and that's what prevented him from having a good season. This season, he still doesn't look like he even cares for real. So when Giannis won the championship, and I said, and Ralph said it as well, Giannis was a top 5 player. I think it was Charles Watson who said, "Is he better than AD? Is he better?"
Absolutely.
And me and Ralph said yes.
Absolutely.
Fast forward another season, we see Giannis, we see AD. So, is AD still a top 5 player? Hot dog go.
No.
Thank you.
Injured way too much. No. Unreliable. No.
He's
Brew.
a top 5 talent.
Top
He's
5.
a
Okay.
Well,
top
top
player
5
right
talent, I think he has top 5 talent, but would I take him over 5, 6 other players in the league right now?
Hell
Absolutely
no.
not. No.
Hell no.
now. I mean, he's improved this season. This season numbers are better now than they were last year.
Now, where does
Donovan
Donovan come up with this stuff?
Donovan said
bro?
AD needs an NIL deal with Insure.
Get them bones together,
He
bro.
improved by 3, he improved his points by 3 points per game. So I mean, he's shooting a little bit better from the free throw line. He's shooting horrible from 3,
He shouldn't be taking threes.
No.
and his blocks are up a little bit.
Who you talking about? AD or Giannis?
AD.
AD's
Okay.
points increased this year by 3, and his rebounds increased by 2. He always averages 2 blocks. He always averages at least a steal. So that's top 10 worthy, but he's probably like around 10. But I mean, you got LeBron. I mean, shit, 10 should be good enough.
But that's the problem. LeBron shouldn't be higher
higher.
than AD. That's the issue. That's
Man,
the issue.
LeBron out there killing himself, losing by 10 points.
I don't know. I'm sure y'all seen the stat. LeBron over the past 8 games has the most points out of any player.
Oh my goodness! Hold on, Hot Dog said he's killing himself only to lose by 10 points. Hey man, that's what it is. What it is, man. Ralph, I already know what your thoughts are, but go ahead, man, kick it to me.
No, I mean he's not a top 5, but I mean when we say what we say, people want to come back with whatever, and the proof's in the pudding. The proof's there. I don't know if AD wants to be that. Like you started off when you were saying with the topic, like he just doesn't play like he wants to be that guy. That's not what I get from AD. AD was brought to LA to be the number 1 player,
To be the next big thing after LeBron is gone.
He does not want that torch passed to him.
This is what I see from AD. He was in New Orleans. He was playing like LeBron had to play Christmas Day every day, though. He had to do that every game. He had to go for 30, 40 every game just for them to be 500 and maybe make the playoffs.
Right.
Now you got LeBron. He's like, shit, I can get 20 in my sleep. 10, 2 blocks. I'm going to take it easy till I got to go back to scoring 35, 29 a game, whatever I got to do. That's what I see from him.
And that's why he got kicked out of Taco Tuesday. That's why he ain't invited
That's
to the
why he ain't in Taco Tuesdays.
He's not a guard either, so it's not like he's
quit trying to play like a guard.
and initiate the offense and do what he wants to do and take people out the dribble. So that's another thing too.
Man, Adam Kent said too scared to play in the post. Well, he said too timid. I mean, that's got something to do. My thing is that the reports were he bulked up over the summertime. So if you bulked up, get your ass in the post. Then what you get big for? What you doing all this bulking up for if you ain't getting in the post? Like
he did it for IG
I think
post.
he's too scared that he's gonna get hurt.
And he still got hurt.
So I mean, you might as well just go out there and ball. I mean, injuries is gonna happen regardless.
But y'all play sports. That's one of the worst things you can do is go out there and play not to get hurt. That's
not
the
to
worst
get hurt.
thing you can do.
End up getting
the
hurt.
worst thing you can do.
Oh man, and
Or
then
you can do like me, and if you see an injury bound to happen, you go ahead and knock somebody down.
Every man for himself.
Quentin Roberts says LeBron and Westbrook turned everyone into spot up shooters. That's why he's shooting all them threes.
Nah, he been doing that, but I do agree with him with LeBron. LeBron does do it. Q, don't you act like that?
No, this is my thing. Hold on, Ralph. I ain't got no problem. I ain't got no problem with the comment. But my thing is, he turned Kevin Love into a spot up shooter, right?
He did.
For sure.
Chris Bosh.
Hold on. I'm gonna get to Chris Bosh. So does Kevin Love and Chris Bosh have rings?
Hey, there's no argument.
No. I'm not talking to y'all. I'm talking to Quentin Roberts, but I'm talking to him. So him turning people into spot up shooters, apparently it works because they got rings, right? And regardless if you say the bubble championship is real, not real, I ain't here to debate that right here.
It's fake.
Now. It's fake. Okay, we can go with that. But AD got a ring though, right? Being a spot up shooter, right?
It's plastic. That's why
you can't complain about their production when the production falls because you keep him out of the paint. Because I remember they always complained about Kevin Love. Oh, in Minnesota, he averaged 27 and 13. Now he's only averaging 16. Well, he's
He
28.
ain't getting them easy buckets. Yeah,
I mean,
Well, in Minnesota, he was the only option.
But
that
this
too.
is
That
the-
too.
But this is the
That
thing.
too.
This is the thing, though, Brew, is that when LeBron brought AD, he said we're gonna run the offense through AD. He never said that about Chris Bosh and Kevin Love. So AD has the opportunity to get the ball wherever he wants.
He don't
to.
want it.
He's choosing to
He
stay out
don't
there.
want it. That's very true. I 100%.
That's not on
agree with that.
LeBron because they're running the
100%
offense through
agree with
AD.
that.
So him being a spot up shooter, that's on AD. Well, if you want
That's
to be,
very true.
if you want to be Klay Thompson, to keep your ass out there, then don't come in here with all this injury stuff. I ain't trying to hear all that.
What's the year they won and he balled? So that's another thing too. Now I already got my ring. Shit, I averaged 27. What he averaged? 26 and 10.
Yeah,
like 4 assists. So
So
because it was him and LeBron the first two games of, and actually people had AD over LeBron as far as Finals MVP until I think AD had a subpar game 3 or 4, and then LeBron took the lead. But I mean, AD was balling.
Yeah.
Let me get to some of these. Hold on. Donovan said, he said, what if I told you AD stood for always doubtful? Stay tuned for this 30 for 30.
This guy, hey, bro. Donovan is
man.
silly, bro.
I love it.
He's
Quinn Robert said
silly.
AD
Man,
had to
I
change
always
his
thought
game.
AD stood for always down.
He says, look at AD. He's not having fun. Would you be having fun playing with Westbrook?
Nah.
My whole thing is, I don't feel sorry for AD. You didn't have to go play with LeBron.
Nah.
And like you just said, Mr. AD, would you have a championship without LeBron being your sidekick?
No.
No.
AD's not complaining. The fans are complaining
You
about
know what I'm
it.
saying?
Yeah.
That's what I don't get.
AD's
Like, y'all
gonna
can't
come
put
to the
that on
game.
LeBron. Don't
He's
put that on
gonna have
LeBron.
More sweater on. He's gonna have on 2 chains, and he's gonna chill.
He says they have rings, but the game suffer. Hey, look, I don't care. My game will suffer if I can get a ring. My game will suffer. I don't give a damn. Like, I'm trying to get a championship ring.
But when do we blame it on the players who made the decision to team up with LeBron?
So
That's
it's like,
my
okay,
question.
it's like you say that game suffered, but then it's like, okay, aren't we supposed to applaud players who make sacrifices to win rings? So if you say that game suffered, that's just them making a sacrifice to win a ring. So
Don't go play with them. Don't go play with them. There's other options. There's other teams. There's other teams.
So
I always
LeBron
thought
James-
AD. I wanted AD to go to Boston and
So
play with
It's
Tatum.
dead
and
there
Brown.
to go there.
He
Remember?
has 17 years of tape of turning guys into spot up shooters, right? So if you know that's what he does to
Come
big
on,
men,
bro.
then don't go to him.
Don't
'cause that's
go
not
to
your
him.
game.
Don't put it on
For a
LeBron.
case, take a LaMarcus Aldridge when he became a free agent. He didn't want to go to LA. Why? Because he knew LeBron was going to turn him into a spot up
Right.
shooter. So where'd he go? Brooklyn. I mean, guys go where they game, fits them.
Yep,
best.
exactly.
The thing. Don't be happy when you get these acquisitions. Because I already told you. What is the point of getting? I said it from the very beginning. Y'all know I did. What is the point of getting Westbrook and he can't play off the ball at all?
Yeah.
What's the point of getting him? So you can't complain about him when you get him. When you was
Yep.
happy when you got him. You was happy when you got AD, but you can't be mad when AD ain't scoring 27 points a game. No.
Yep.
Right.
He made the
Yeah,
choice to
'cause he-
sacrifice.
Hold on. What did he say? AD was traded there. Yes, AD was traded there, but it was okay.
His
He
decision.
re-signed that contract.
It was his decision.
But hold on, to piggyback off a hot dog,
Yeah.
he re-signed with the Lakers.
Yeah,
he
he
had
didn't
a
have to
chance
do
to become
that.
a free agent. He re-signed, so it's not like AD didn't have a choice.
That's just laughable, bro. That's laughable.
And he said, hold on. Say, what did the Celtics accomplish with all those draft picks they had over the years? They 500, right? I don't know what the Celtics. I don't know, man. I don't know, man. The Celtics, man, something ain't right with their situation. I don't know if it's chemistry, if somebody slept with somebody's girl. Like, I don't know what's going on with the situation, bro. Like, that's all together. Andrew said, me and Brew been on it since the trade was announced. Let's see. How about them little comments Brian made in the offseason? What comments you talking about, Andrew? I'm not familiar with that one. I don't know what he said.
He probably found it on a Nets fan page.
Let's see. When the trade was announced, y'all probably didn't see it, but I know Andrew did. I think I got into a debate with, I think y'all do Drake Kelly, because he was saying he liked the Westbrook fit, and I said, man, it's not a good fit. It just don't make sense. Even on paper, it don't even make sense. But here we are, 2 games under 500, and
There's just some people that love empty triple doubles. It's, man, literally the other night, I think Westbrook had a triple double on a Christmas Day game, but he shot 4 of 20.
Yeah. I put up that comment
He
Stan
tweeted
Van
when
Gundy
people talk
said,
about the
man.
team age.
You
This
right.
is not. I don't have a problem. Well, let me say that. Brew, you can understand me on this one. If you take a bad shots in basketball, if you hustle, play defense, and rebound, I'm cool because at least you giving me something else. But what you're not gonna do is just be out here just doing whatever you want to do and still not playing no defense. Nah,
Yeah,
bro,
bro.
we can't have this out here.
Nope.
I honestly,
now.
I don't even know why. I
Yeah, because
thought-
I'm not gonna be there here hustling, getting rebounds, and Buddy just out here just jacking. No.
I thought that Westbrook would change his game a little bit. I really thought that he would change a little. I know. I don't know why. Old and see now. Stuck.
He
in
been
your
doing the
ways.
same thing for
He been
13
doing the
years. He
same
ain't changing
thing. Yeah,
nothing.
he's not changing. But I seriously thought he would calm down a little bit. He wouldn't go full throttle, 100%, 100 miles an hour. You know what I'm saying, end to end. But it just seems like that's just Westbrook, and that's just who he is, man.
I don't know, Quentin, you starting to lose me.
Say Westbrook and LeBron were the same, but now LeBron can shoot. Westbrook still can't shoot. So
Yeah, I was gonna say I would have to say LeBron is a little bit better shooter than Westbrook, bro.
Yeah.
Like that's,
And LeBron plays under control. Westbrook is just out of control.
He's so
bro.
erratic.
He's just out of control. Man.
I don't know.
the only reason I used to say it is because that game was based off athleticism.
Oh well, yeah. Let's see here. Let me get to Westbrook is why KD went to Golden State.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
That's 100%.
Agreed, man. Let me get to some now. Hold on. Now y'all see why. I mean, we all knew
Yeah,
why
we
KD.
all knew
Yeah,
that.
we knew
we
it,
all
bro.
knew,
That's not
knew
that,
that.
yeah.
We was just trying to. Well, I ain't gonna say we, but the general public was just trying to figure out. Okay, LeBron. Apparently, you must see something we don't see, because I mean, he ran KD up out of town. James Harden was like, bro, I gotta get out of here too.
Yeah.
Paul George.
Yeah,
Paul
everybody
George was
ran
like,
from
nah,
him.
bro, this ain't it, man. So we know what Westbrook is. For some odd reason, LeBron, I guess he felt like he could do something. And bro, nah, this ain't it. We great missed the playoffs. We great missed the playoffs. Be sitting at home. But anyways, we get ready to get up out of here today. We appreciate everybody who tuned in for another show. They said Melo too. Yeah, Carmelo Anthony. Yeah.
He said Westbrook needs to play center like PJ Tucker.
I think Carmelo would be more useful
Hold on, let
than
me
Russell Westbrook.
I
though.
missed that comment. Yeah, Donovan said Westbrook need to play center like PJ Tucker. Yeah.
That's how
He's
he
crazy,
wants to
bro.
rebound anyway. That's why he don't play no damn defense.
Yep.
You know what, Andrew? That's a good point. They had that vacation meeting. So when they had this meeting, I wonder who talked about what was going to be sacrificed and who was going to be sacrificing, because I ain't seen Westbrook.
Hey, I got another question. It's kind of off topic, but you talk about how they threw all them players from the Lakers off the island over to Washington. What's the Washington record right now?
Well, Washington, they started off good, but they kind of tailed off her. They are 7-16, 7 seed in the East.
They're 7-16.
No, my bad. 17-16. My bad.
I'm about to say, wow.
No,
So they're
17-16. Nah, but they were at one point in time in the season, they were in top 3, but I guess they've come to reality, and I guess Kyle Kuzma's out there doing Kyle Kuzma things. But anyway,
So
what'd you say? What'd you say, Brew?
I said they still on the 7th seed though.
Yeah, they still holding on right there with the Hornets. And the only team, there's only 2 teams, well, 3 teams I can see really making a push. That's the Hawks, Raptors, and the Knicks. Yeah, for those 7 and 8 seasons. Yeah, I can own. Yeah, that's it. But anyways, man, we appreciate everybody who tuned in, who shared the show, kicked it with us for a little bit. Make sure you go check out the show on all podcast streaming platforms. You can go check the show out on Amazon Prime, YouTube channel, wherever you can watch something. We up in this thing. But also, we want to make sure everybody has a safe, happy New Year's. Don't get too drunk. And if you do get too drunk, holler at Uber, holler at Lyft, because we don't need no more tragic events and tragedies going into 2022. So make sure you take care of yourself if you out celebrating. So from Q, Hot Dog, and Brew, we get ready to get on up out this thing, man. And as always, we want you to treat somebody how you want somebody to treat your mama. We out this thing, man. Peace.